We were the first Black family in an all-white area. We had just moved in the neighborhood. And that was my first exposure to racism and hate. And when I went to school, it was the same thing. I was the only Black student from kindergarten through high school in my classes. And socially, that was really difficult. I remember hating summers because kids would come up and compare my skin tone with theirs when they were trying to get a tan. So I have those social anxieties growing up as an impressionable kid were hard. And the curriculum, and when I went to school, there was no teachers that looked like me. The curriculum didn't reflect me in any way. The readings that we did in English class didn't. So I never really felt part of the school. I know that there's a lot of voices like that with other kids, maybe not the same story, but similar. And so I got into education because I wanted to change the I wanted to change that. I want kids to not have to go through what I did when I was growing up in school. And so right now I'm worried because I feel like we're kind of going backwards because the world is in such turmoil. And so I really feel like I bring a lot to the table as I've spent 25 years within APS. I started out as a special ed teacher at Rio Grande High School. Then I went to Albuquerque High, and I was a teacher at an alternative school called New Futures for pregnant and parenting youth. That's where I really felt like I fit. And then I decided to go for my master's and went and was an assistant principal at Albuquerque High. And then I went back and finished about another 13 years as principal of New Futures. So I think that I come with a lens that others don't because I've been in APS and I know how it operates. So when I'm a board member, I can draw on that and my experiences within APS when it comes to policy and any kind of curriculum change. I understand the teacher level. So I think my experience within APS, I've put 4 children through APS. I believe in public education. My focus is going to be on, I want kids that come back, and I believe in what APS did with the mask mandate. But I think there's a mental health component that I think we have to really look at with students that are coming back. It's, you can't just push them into a class and go, okay, the last 18 months didn't affect anybody, and let's just get back to class and the way it was. It's not going to ever get back that way. And I think that we really need to look at, as much as curriculum, the mental health of our youth coming back. I also feel like I want to bring community voice back to APS. I think that I've spent the last few months within the community, and there's a real anger and a feeling of separation between community and APS. I think we need to go out into the community to hear the richness of the voices in the community and bring those to the table. But I also think that we need community at every stage of decision making within APS. And I also feel like equity we need. With my history and how I grew up, I want kids to feel welcomed and safe in classes. And part of that is seeing teachers that look like them, having curriculum that ethnic studies, Asian studies, where kids feel the curriculum and are part of the curriculum, and our teachers being able to have the freedom to teach the curriculum they want to teach and be trusted because they're experts at teaching, and not keep cutting their wings to be able to teach in class. So I think that my background, I think that my years within APS, my belief in public education, my focus on equity, mental health for students, community voice, are all assets that will make me a very good board member. So that's my spiel.